Guilt, a cross-cultural perspective. Today, we explore the complex nature of guilt across cultures, its psychological implications, and its manifestations in health and behavior. Guilt is a significant emotional experience, primarily observed in Western cultures, where it is often tied to concepts of morality and sin. In contrast, Eastern cultures, particularly represented by Chinese medicine, do not recognize guilt as an emotion, suggesting a fundamental difference in how feelings and morality are perceived across cultures. Biblical perspectives on guilt. All humans have sinned, which means everyone is in need of God's grace and redemption. This foundational belief underscores the idea that guilt is universal and inherent in the human condition, as noted in Romans chapter 3, verse 23. Through Jesus Christ, believers receive redemption and forgiveness of sins, highlighting the richness of God's grace. This emphasizes the relationship between guilt and the opportunity for forgiveness, as described in Ephesians chapter 1, verse 7. Approaching God with sincerity and faith cleanses the conscience, showing that through faith, guilt can be alleviated. This is supported by the message in Hebrews 10:22, which encourages believers to draw near to God. Breaking even one part of the law makes one guilty of all, as stated in James chapter 2, verse 10. This serves to illustrate the seriousness of sin and the moral standard set forth, emphasizing the weight of guilt in moral failure. Guilt in Western psychology. Guilt is a central theme in Judeo-Christian theology, where the concept of original sin emphasizes the inherent imperfection of humanity. This theological perspective has shaped much of Western thought regarding morality and personal responsibility. Sigmund Freud identified guilt as a significant driver in human behavior, linking it to the subconscious and the conflict between personal desires and moral standards. His theories highlight how guilt can lead to anxiety and neurosis. Guilt can manifest as self-reproach, where individuals blame themselves for their actions or perceived failures. This feeling can be either related to actual misdeeds or can arise from an innate sense of guilt without any specific wrongdoing. Guilt in Eastern cultures. In Chinese medicine literature, the concept of guilt is not recognized or discussed, highlighting a significant cultural difference in addressing emotions. Confucianism emphasizes social harmony and moral duty without the emotion of guilt, focusing instead on responsibilities to society and family. Taoism promotes living in accordance with the Tao, valuing naturalness and spontaneity, which does not align with feelings of guilt or shame. In Buddhism, while the focus is on suffering and enlightenment, the specific emotion of guilt is not deeply explored compared to concepts like remorse or compassion. Expressions of guilt in Chinese language primarily relate to legal contexts, lacking a broader emotional framework for personal guilt feelings. The nature of guilt, feeling versus action. The feeling of guilt is often characterized by a strong sense of responsibility for negative outcomes, whether they are directed at oneself or others. This emotional reaction can stem from both real and imagined misdeeds, leading individuals to experience remorse even in the absence of a tangible offense. Guilt can manifest as an internal struggle where one may feel inadequate and burdened by the implications of their actions or inactions, regardless of the objective reality of the situation. On the other hand, the action of guilt is not always aligned with the emotional experience. It is possible for someone to commit a crime or a wrongdoing without feeling any guilt, which may occur due to lack of conscience or disconnect from moral standards. Conversely, individuals may experience profound feelings of guilt for actions they did not commit or for situations beyond their control. This divergence highlights the complexity of guilt as an emotion that can exist independently of actual wrongdoing. Manifestations of guilt: responsibility for negative outcomes, regret for past actions, guilt from loved ones' troubles, assuming others' burdens. Guilt often manifests as a subconscious force, influencing individuals to make significant decisions regarding their relationships and careers. This emotional state can lead to choices driven by a need for redemption or responsibility, potentially impacting personal happiness and fulfillment. The psychological and physiological effects of guilt. Guilt is a profound emotional state linked to feelings of inadequacy and self reproach. This emotional burden can manifest physically, leading to significant disruptions in the body's energy flow, known as chi stagnation. It often results in emotional and physical symptoms that can negatively impact overall well being. As chi stagnates due to guilt, it can lead to blood stasis, particularly affecting the lungs, heart, spleen, and liver. This stagnation can result in various physical symptoms such as fatigue, pain, and emotional distress, highlighting the interconnectedness of emotional and physical health. Guilt may also lead to the sinking of qi, particularly impacting the kidneys. This can cause urinary issues and menstrual problems, further exacerbating the physical effects of guilt. The symptoms related to sinking qi can contribute to a cycle of emotional and physical distress. Guilt and qi stagnation in traditional Chinese medicine. Understanding the interplay between guilt and qi stagnation is essential for holistic well being. Guilt is recognized as a significant emotional factor that can disrupt the flow of qi in the body. Qi stagnation primarily affects organs, including the lungs, heart, liver, and kidneys, leading to various health issues. The stagnation of qi can quickly result in blood stasis, which exacerbates the dysfunction of affected organs. Guilt-induced qi stagnation may manifest as urinary problems or menstrual irregularities, reflecting emotional turmoil. Understanding the complexities of guilt is crucial for emotional well-being. By recognizing its origins and manifestations, individuals can make informed choices, fostering healthier relationships and personal growth.